Don Henley's enduring affection for one Eagles classic, the song that keeps on giving. Credits, Far Out the Lammy. Monday the 20th of October 2025 2030, UK. When it comes to a legendary band like the Eagles, it's inevitable that not every single piece they've performed over the decades will have the same impact on audiences, especially after countless live performances. If you were to engage any of the band members in conversation about what their live shows entail, you'd likely hear a focus on delivering their most beloved hits while trying to infuse as much enthusiasm as possible into songs that, at this stage in their career, have aged like fine wine. Among all the numerous tracks that Don Henley has sung repeatedly, he reveals that his fondness for Tequila Sunrise remains as fresh as when he first encountered it. In the early days, when the Eagles first formed, striving for perfection was not merely a hope, but rather an expectation. After departing from the band fronted by Linda Ronstadt, Glenn Frey and Henley were determined to create a group that could fiercely compete with the other rock acts in Los Angeles. They were intent on crafting music that could hold its own against their contemporaries, from the likes of Graham Parsons to Crosby, Stills, and Nash, which culminated in the release of their self-titled debut album. While the unmistakable charm of the band shone in tracks like Take It Easy and Witchy Woman, they had yet to fully establish themselves as skilled songwriters. Although there were a few commendable songs on that first album, many were co-written with the help of friends. This included the recording of the live favorite Nightingale, with Ronstadt, and a contribution from Jack Tempchin on Peaceful Easy Feeling. To truly solidify their signature sound, the Eagles needed to dig deeper and create something that originated from their own experiences and artistry. It was during their individual songwriting efforts that Henley and Frey united to co-write Tequila Sunrise, a track that ultimately debuted on their conceptual sophomore album, Desperado. Within the narrative of this album, Tequila Sunrise serves as a reflective pause as its outlaw characters seek solace in an unnamed bar, attempting to charm every woman who approaches. At the time, while they were still refining their songwriting capabilities, Henley sensed that they were on the brink of discovering something truly special when they penned this song. Although it's apparent that Henley and Frey drew inspiration from artists like Roy Orbison, the hallmark harmonies of the Eagles were already beginning to take shape, particularly evident in how the group harmonizes on the concluding lines of each verse. As they perform this track live now, Henley shares that he still experiences that initial thrill he felt back in those early days. Years after the song's release, as noted in The Very Best of the Eagles, Henley reflected on its lasting impact on him, stating, "It turned out to be a really great song. The changes that Glenn came up with for the bridge are very clever. That's one song I don't tire of. Take Another Shot of Courage" refers to tequila, which we used to fondly call instant courage. Henley further elaborated on the concept of Tequila Sunrise, considering it an ideal metaphor for California's drinkers. "I think Glenn came up with that title," he recounted. He was unsure about it because he thought it was too predictable or cliché, given the drink's popularity at the time. I encouraged him to see it differently. Imagine you've been sipping straight tequila all night, and the sun is beginning to rise. Ultimately, he felt that this perspective helped highlight why the song turned out so well. Eventually, Frey warmed up to the song. "I adore the track," he commented. As a songwriter, the ultimate objective is to craft a song that feels seamless, where the struggle behind it isn't apparent. Nothing should feel forced or out of place. Tequila Sunrise came together rather quickly, and I believe every chord fits perfectly. Henley and Frey continued to build on their partnership with more music, leading to remarkable works found in their later albums, climaxing with Hotel California. While some tracks in the Eagles' extensive catalog may garner more fame, it's hard to overlook the significance of the songs that laid the groundwork for the collaboration between Henley and Frey. After all, one never truly forgets their inaugural musical creation.